Yo, good morning, good morning. Well, more like afternoon. It is the afternoon, and it is a beautiful day. The craziest thing just happened. Oh, actually, before I continue on in this video, I'm trying this like windshield, or it hangs from my rearview mirror, but it's a little like phone mount holder thing. Um, I'm trying that out. So we'll see what happens. It's not very. It doesn't really hold very well. So hopefully it'll support my phone. The footage might be very shaky. We're going for a drive because I don't have anything else to do. I can Uber, but I'm also filming right now, so I'll Uber in a second. But um, I just left my coffee shop. Not my coffee shop, but my coffee spot where I like to go get my coffee. And that was pretty cool because okay, so like I'm leaving because I'm like, dude, my head is spinning. I need to like, get outside. Probably need to go drink some water. Like I need to go do something. Um, so I decided to leave, and as I'm leaving, I'm like, oh, cool. He's watching Johnny Chang. There's this guy who's watching Johnny Chang. Um, right there at the front. I was coming from the back of the place, and I was sitting on a couch, and and he's sitting there watching Johnny Chang. I'm like, oh, do I say something? Because me, like, I usually keep to myself. I don't really say anything. Like, I gotta say something. I gotta step outside of my bubble. And I'm like, let me just order another coffee. I actually had to debate it because I was like, do I really need another coffee? I don't even really want another coffee. No, I need another coffee. So I ordered another coffee, and I tried to like make my way back behind him because I don't think he had noticed me yet. And I'm trying to step out of my bubble, and so I like got behind them again. I set my Bible and stuff down, and um, I'm sitting there, and I walk past him. Like, oh, hey, you're watching Johnny Chang. Like I probably should have done the first time, you know. And so we just started talking about that, and it was pretty cool, dude. I've never met a brother in Christ in the wild before. Like it's usually like at church. Actually, I guess that's not really in the wild. I always meet brothers in Christ at church. Never just while I'm out and about, out in public, you know? Much less a guy who's watching Johnny Chang, not on his phone, on his laptop. So he's big screen in the middle of the coffee shop, you know? And then his shirt said, I heart Jesus. Dude, that's freaking awesome, man. Like, you don't, come on. Most men aren't walking around with the shirt that says "I heart Jesus." They don't even walk around with shirts saying "I heart my girlfriend." They're definitely not wearing one for Jesus, and he's wearing one for Jesus. And so I really dig that. He seemed like a cool guy. His name is Robin. Maybe we can get him on the channel on the videos. You know, um, but we exchanged numbers, so maybe we'll hang out soon. You know, Robin, if you're watching this, it was cool meeting you, dude. It really was. It was cool meeting you. First cup coffee. We're gonna make. I'm gonna make this a Christian spot. It's gonna be a Christian spot, 100%. Maybe we can like start like hosting like worship nights and stuff. It's definitely not that kind of place, but no, I have this idea in mind where like it's something for everyone, um, but it's a Christian like event, you know. Like I'm talking like tent revival, like an all day multi-day event completely free for everyone. Oh, dude, this is like way too big and I am way too small. I'm just going to be honest. But I don't know, man. Gideon thought the same thing, and God sent Gideon to war, and Gideon with Gideon was going to go with 10,000 troops, and he thought he was still weak. He wasn't good enough. God dwindled his troops down to 300 and said, "Now go fight," and he still won. He won because God was with him. So yeah. Anyways, um, I want to do like a cars and coffee worship event. Like worship, cars, coffee, games, activities, straight up revival, but like I don't know, like just imagine, okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen of the what I think they call themselves the Christian Avengers. It's George Janko, Johnny Chang, uh, what's his name, Bryson or Bryce. I'm not too familiar with him. I've only seen him a couple times. Um, Stewart. I don't know his last name. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to butcher it. Oh, I was supposed to go straight. Actually, I need to go straight. Um, Ali Yost, I think is her last name. I don't know. But anyways, they call themselves like the Christian Avengers. And so like imagine you had some like people like that who came on stage and they preached like a message or whatever. Um, and then you've got like artists, not like the biggest artist, but like okay, the artists that have a track record for the Holy Spirit being there with them and miracles and stuff breaking out. Because like when I'm thinking revival, I'm thinking like people are hearing and believing, they're seeing and believing, like it's all happening, you know. And so I think it would be cool to have like just a really cool event like that where you just have people come out on stage, talk, lead the worship. Um, and then outside of like the service portion of it, there's like fun and activities and games and for the men, like car meets and stuff, because men will just get bored, you know? But like, what if there was an event for everybody? The focus was Christ, but I don't know. I feel like you just got to meet people where they're at, you know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm less inclined to listen to you when I'm bored or I'm hungry. I'm just gonna be real. I'm human. I'm less inclined to listen when I'm bored or when I'm hungry. And it's like I already have an issue where my vision just goes blurry and out of focus for no freaking reason. So when I'm bored and my vision's going blurry, I'm just like, screw it. I'm zoning out anyway. You know what I mean? Like I ain't listening. You know? Or when I'm hungry, like it's not all I'm thinking about is food, but I get dizzy, dude. And I already told you my vision goes blurry randomly. My glasses are prescription right now, so I'm good. Um, every now and again, it still goes blurry. But yeah, and so that gets a little difficult. So I was thinking like something to combat that. I don't know, man. I just imagine tents, cars, the gospel, and worship. I don't know. I don't even know how one would organize something like that. I don't know the first thing about organizing events. Oh yeah, that is some very shaky video footage. This road is terrible. It's not the worst of the roads, but it's pretty bad. Guys, I like this mic. I like talking into it. Like I said, it's something to do with my hands. Something to do with my hands. You know what I need? I need a proper. Hmm. I feel like I should get a. I should get like a gimbal or something. Not that I like need a gimbal, but actually, I was just looking at Best Buy. I don't really understand this because, as far as I can tell, it's all the same stuff. But you can get the DJI like Osmo. I don't know. It's the freaking holder for the gimbal for your phone with the controls and everything. Like it's got all of that. I seen one. Maybe they're like different year models or year models. What is it? A car? Yeah, different year models. Um, maybe that's what it is. But it was. I seen one that was 69.99, 89.99, 119.99, and then I seen one that was like $400, $600, and it's just ridiculous. Now I know the more expensive ones are for like cameras and stuff, but explain to me why it's such a major price difference. They all do the same thing, right? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'd get one of those. What I need to do is invest in a camera bag. Like I've got one. I've got a camera bag right here. It's a little small though, so like I can only carry so much equipment. But if I'm gonna get like more cameras and lenses and like lighting and stuff like that, I definitely need a bigger camera bag. Dang, guys, like, comment, subscribe, cause I need support. Also, I need to go find something to do today. There's nothing to do. I don't know what to go do. I don't even know where to go to like happen upon something to do. I feel like sometimes I see a lot of stuff like that online. Then again, it's online, so you never really know. But it just seems that like sometimes people just like happen upon stuff, and I'm like, I must live in the boring part of the world because I don't really seem to ever happen upon anything. you know, like it just I don't know. I don't know, dudes. I need some water, dude. Swam back by my mom's house to get some ice because I realized that it is too hot out here. No ice. I got water, but here in a little bit, my water's gonna run out, and there ain't much ice in here because I filled it up last night. I don't know about you guys, but water is delicious. I like this too because I don't really have to talk loud. I could just talk regular. don't have to raise my voice. I can like just talk in a calm manner, and there is no what he say, what he say. You know, just say what I need to say. Right into the mic. Sorry. R.I.P. headphone users. Water is delicious. Yup. So there's this old lady who look at. Oh, that's like I almost nailed that center. Anyways, there's this old lady who gave me these Flintstone pins, and I didn't know what I was gonna do with them. I was like, all right, I'll take them. But she gave me 3 of them, and I lost them. You know what's funny about this though? I just now realized this. That's weird. Sometimes just random realizations hit my mind. So if you look right here, this is the entire Flintstones like family all in the car, right? Well, I had a total of 3. I had this one, I had Dino, and then I had the other weird dinosaur thing. Um they were all 3 on the bag, right? I don't know where Dino and the other guy went, but the one that's still on there is the Flintstones family, the entire family. And it's on my camera bag. I'm low key speculating right now, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like what's it called? You ever wonder, or sometimes I wonder. I don't care if you wonder. I do wonder, and that's enough for me. If you don't wonder, maybe you should start wondering. But like, you know how in the Bible there's like prophecies where it's like this is what's gonna happen, but then there's also a foreshadowing. You think the Lord foreshadows things to us in our own life? See, the thing about foreshadowing though is you have to be paying attention. Like actually paying attention. If you're not paying attention, you can't foreshadow nothing. Because to foreshadow is to foreshadow. Shadows ain't clear, bro. They're just not. So when you foreshadow something, you're looking beyond the murkiness and you're forming some type of image in that. You're foreshadowing. You're foretelling, right? Like the foreshadow comes before the foretell. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking now. But yeah, that's weird, dude. That's weird. I'm not saying this is like a foreshadow of anything. You know, maybe it is actually. Oh no, no, no. That is very weird. I'm not saying that's a foreshadow of anything, but it very well could be. because you gotta be paying attention, Then you don't know. Oh, my favorite thing to do, I've gotten really good at it. I don't know how I got good at it, but watching movies, I can almost always tell you what's gonna happen next. And I would say, I'm not gonna say 9 out of 10 times. I feel like that's an arrogant rating. Like that's something that's cocky. So I'll say 8 out of 10. I feel like 8 out of 10 times, like I'm right. I just feel like movies are just so predictable nowadays, right? I feel like in a way people can be predictable, at least in the way of storytelling. You know, it's like if you really just pay attention, every single movie the plot's the same. you know, and it's like, oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. I know exactly what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. And sure enough, bang. And everybody else around me is like, whoa, how'd you know that? Bro, it's just a pattern. It happens in it happened in the other movie. They're not even the same movie. Yeah, but they follow the same recipe. They just added some different ingredients. It's still the same thing though. Like, okay, Fast and the Furious used to be one of my favorite movie franchises. Just because of cars, really. And then I got older. I'm 23, by the way. And I kind of realized actually how much they suck. Wow, that's crazy, right? My sister would be losing her mind right now. Anyways, here's why they suck. Well, not all of them, but more specifically, the last like three. You know, I went to go see. I think I saw Fast X in theaters. I don't remember, but it just seems like ever since Paul Walker died, it's lost any like touch of humanity. I don't know. Like all of a sudden, Vin Diesel's a super soldier. Then you get the spinoff with Hobbs and Shaw, and they're fighting an actual super soldier. And then I don't know, dude. You got a freaking car driving off the side of an island, which then gets caught by a helicopter and then is flown to safety. Like, it's just some out of pocket action sequences. They flew a Pontiac Fiero to space. You can just pretty much predict that the whole movie is going to be jam packed, in your face action sequences, intense brooding, followed by sense of humor, some more intense brooding before casual scene, before going back into sense of humor, slight brooding, mild brooding, deep brooding, sense of humor, bam, in your face action sequence. It's terrible, dude. It's just like the last one I watched, it was Fast X. It was just terrible. It seemed like it was and it's like, what's happening, dude? There's no story to follow. Like I'm losing my mind here. The first one was pretty good. The first one's pretty good, man. It's like you got an undercover cop. Like there's actually like a plot. You got an undercover cop, and the viewer doesn't even know he's an undercover cop. like at all, you know? And there's a plot. And then the undercover cop, or like at first it doesn't start out that way. Then he gets busted for racing or whatever, gets brought in, and he's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And then he's got to go take down Dominic Toretto and like be undercover. But while he's doing that, he just like they become like family, the whole gang. And he's like, you know what? On second thought, I'm just gonna let this guy go. And just like that's how the familial bond is born. I would think they should have stopped at Fast Five, because Fast Five they retired in Rio, and then they brought Letty back for whatever reason. Oh, she's not dead, and it's like, yeah, but really, okay, cool. But then they started resurrecting everybody, and it's just like, all right, this is stupid. You've completely undone the entire story plot, which makes every major moment that has happened in the movie complete. Dude, what am I doing? Am I a review channel or what? Anyways, they just completely ruined everything. They ruined every single movie with the last like 4 or 5. 6 was all right, okay, because like you never actually saw Letty die. You just hear about the accident, right? You just hear about it, and then there's Dom's little vision, right? And then you see the guy pull the trigger, but you don't actually see Letty get shot or any of that, and you don't see the car blow up. And then in Fast 6, when they explain the resurrection, he ends up shooting the gas tank. Car blows up, knocks her into a coma, whatever, whatever. Okay, that makes kind of sense. Okay, whatever. I'll cut you some slack there. But really should have stopped at Fast 6. I wouldn't have gone past Fast 6. Because should have stopped at Fast 5. You were ahead at Fast 5. At Fast 6, I was like, all right, I'll give you some credit. But everything after Fast 6 is just terrible. It's trash. It's not good. Production quality, sure, it's great. But from a storyline quality, from pure enjoyment, there's no depth. It's boring. Cool explosions and cool cars, sure, but like, I want a story. Tell me a story. Paul Walker, dead, R.I.P. His character's supposed to be making an appearance in the final part of Fast X, which is part 2. And that's supposed to be coming out soon. And I would like to be excited about seeing it, but I can't be excited about seeing it because uh, all the other movies have just been terrible. And so I just feel like this is going to be just as terrible. So we'll see what happens. Dang, dude, I've really got a problem with filming long videos. I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching.